Hello, YouTube friends. Thanks so much for joining me. Everything's falling here. I just want to give you guys an update today of what's going on with my MS, or maybe the lack of it, while I'm doing some multitask. I have decided to do this because I really need to practice multitasking. I have found that I have some difficulties lately with that, so I'm gonna work on getting better going back to my normal, I should say, about multitasking and being able to communicate at the same time, because I found that this has been the most difficult part. Um, well, let's see, where did I stop the last time? I believe I stopped at that I had to go to the neurologist. I did go to the neurologist. Took me several months. I was for those of you who doesn't know what's going on. Thanks for joining me. Please sign up. I have a little art channel, and then I start having some weird symptoms. And since I had cancer, just a quick review. The doctor had an MRI of my brain done, and they came back saying that I had MS. So the oncologist sent me to back to my primary doctor, who sent me to a neurologist. So it took me a couple months. Today is March 4th, 2020, and pretty much it was since January when I started having that issues. Well, I started having the issues last year, but the symptoms. So if you watch my other video, we talked about all the symptoms that I had. And then in January, they came back. I did the exam in November. In January, they came back saying that I had MS. So first thing, I got to the neurologist, and don't mind the noise. I'm doing some letters as we are talking. The first thing that happened was they told me that I don't have MS. But he said pretty much that he does not like to give out MS diagnostic. So he was gonna do a bunch of exams, but he didn't think that I had MS. Uh, by the time I went to the doctor back in January, when my oncologist said that I had MS, I started juicing, and I don't know if it had anything to do with that. I know that the juicing helped me when I had cancer, so I started juicing immediately, every day. So after that, when the doctor told me that I did not have MS, that he did not like to give out that diagnostic, so I was like, okay. First thing that came to my mind was, if this is not MS, and then I went back to thinking, oh no, is this something to do with the cancer? Maybe, I don't know. So that scared me more than having MS. Even though MS is something really bad, but I figured that between cancer and MS, I think I would rather have MS. And of course, I would rather have none of that, but if, if I could choose. So, at the same time, I was happy that maybe I don't have MS, or still there is a hope out there that I don't have MS because there's no cure for it. But at the same time, I'm a little bit scared right now because I don't know what this is. However, I gotta say that since I started juicing, I had maybe 2 episodes only of the numbness on my body, and the headaches went down probably maybe like every other day, and it's mild compared to what used to be. Not having that crazy headaches anymore since probably February. And I just came back. I just had the neurologist last week. But by the time I got to the neurologist, a few things had got changed. One is, when I went to my primary doctor, I was feeling horrible, really horrible. The fatigue and the fogginess in my mind, like pretty much really horrible. The doctor did a test on my leg back then, My right side responded, my left side did not respond. When I went to last week, when I went to the neurologist, by the time I went to the neurologist, both sides responded. So go figure, right? I can, maybe one of you guys have had some similar experience. Please share with me because I am completely out of the loop right now. I don't have no idea what's going on with me, but I know that I'm feeling so much better. So I'm not sure if it had anything to do with the juicing, which I've been doing. My husband has been wonderful. He's been making the juice for me a lot, almost every day. Or if it had anything to do with me not having MS. So I don't really know. But anyway, so I did last week. So the neurologist said that I'm going to do a bunch of tests and then we'll be able to diagnose this if you really have MS or not. He looked at my MRI. He said that the spot that I have on my brain could have been caused by migraines, which I do have a lot of migraine. And he doesn't really know until I did the spinal tap. So he ordered spinal tap. He ordered MRI again for my brain. He ordered some exams on my neck, ultrasound on my neck. When I did a spinal tap last week, lucky me, I guess this happened to 10% of the people that does the spinal tap. I had, I guess, a leakage. I don't know what to call it, but that caused me the worst feeling. I couldn't get up. Every time I got up, I had this headache in the back of my neck. I usually sometimes have headaches here, but most of my headaches is over here. This had not very similar to the headaches that I usually have, and it was the worst headache. It made me so sick that if I didn't lay down quickly for the headache to get better, I would start throwing up and I would get dizzy, and literally if I stayed up long enough I would probably pass out, but it was so much pain that I couldn't even stand up long enough. And literally I had the spinal tap was either Tuesday or Wednesday. My mind's a little confusing today, but the headaches start, I want to say, immediately after it. I think I got out of the spinal tap already with a headache, and it was not my usual headache. It was more focused on the back of my neck, but it was like, it's hard to explain what kind of headache. Anybody of you, if you had that, maybe you can help me explain that. But the headache was horrible, even worse than the ones that I always have. So with that, I pretty much stayed in bed. I guess I said, no, I was supposed to be in bed anyways because I was supposed to rest and not lift anything. So with the headache, I couldn't get up anyways because I couldn't function. I couldn't even get up. The pain was excruciating. So when I called my neurologist, the first day was a lot of headache. Second day, worse. Third day, I called the neurologist and I asked him if that was normal and what should I do. He said to me to just go to the hospital because what I probably had was I needed a blood patch. So I did that. I went to the hospital, called the hospital. I got there probably 1 o'clock. By the time they finally saw me, it was like 4:30, and the people that were supposed to do the blood patch was not there, so they were not there, and I had to wait for the next day, so they just admitted me in the hospital. And then after that, they did the next day the blood patch, and immediately I felt better. It was kind of very weird. So I got up out of this spinal patch and I was like, oh gosh, if I stand up for too long, I'm gonna have that horrible headache. But no, immediately it got better. I felt better, and I just end up that was my delivery, guys. Look, I got my paint. I'm gonna be doing some furniture. on my art channel, so sign up for it. But let's go back. So right now I'm at I gotta do another MRI, which I'm scheduled to do next Wednesday, I believe. Then I gotta do EEG, whatever that is, examine a neurologist office. So I gotta call them today to set that up. And then I gotta go back to my neurologist. My doctor, my primary doctor, I guess, got a copy of my ultrasound of my neck, and guess what? I got another problem. Feels like you go to the doctor. I think my cousin is right. You go to the doctor, you find problems. Since I've been going to the doctor and I had the cancer, it's one thing on top of the other. Now I found out that I have, not only I have high cholesterol, which I've been taking medication for it, I have a blockage on my neck. So now if that blockage doesn't go away, then they have to do something about it, which my doctor said through the nurse that they're gonna increase my medication, and then I will sorry guys, there's been so much stuff going on today. So then I will, hold on one second. So it's been busy today. So pretty much right now I'm doing all the exams, and then I have to go back to the doctor. So you guys stay tuned. I will show you, tell you, I should say, the results. I gotta open this box because I cannot wait. So I will show you guys and tell you guys about the results, but I gotta show you this paint that I'm gonna be using. I'm so excited. Woohoo! Look, nice package. I have watched this video about this. I want to do some furniture painting, and so I bought this Dixie Belle paint, and I'm gonna do the whole video about it. So please do sign up so that you can see the video about the painting. And my next video about the MS will be telling you guys what the results were. Ooh, sorry guys, telling you guys about the results of the test. I know that one of the results was negative. My mammogram was negative. Look at these guys. Look. Woohoo! Isn't that exciting? My pink champagne, my clear coat. So I will use this all on my project, which is coming up fairly quick. So thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for the MS. For all of you who just got diagnosed with MS, just, have faith. Maybe it was not real. I'm really praying that mine was not. I really don't want to have MS, but if I do, I will just take care of it and as well as I can and do whatever I need to. And for those of you who do have MS and it has already been proved, just have faith. Be positive. Try to do the best of it. Try to rest. If I don't have MS, I'm going to have to figure out what is it that's causing. My husband was reading something about, what was it called? See, I can't, that's why I think something is not right, because I can't think straight sometimes, and I used to be so sharp, It's hard to deal with this. I can't think of the name. So I will write it down next time I think of the name, so next time I talk to you all, I will let you know what my husband thinks. Which, if it's not MS, I'm just hoping it's not cancer, but we'll see what it is. I don't think it is cancer, otherwise it would show on the MRI that I did. So I don't know what's causing this. Oh, what it was called? Fibromyalgia. I just remember. It's getting better. See, maybe I am getting better. I just remember the name. So it could be from the symptom. The fibromyalgia was the same symptoms as the MS. So if any one of you have that, please tell me about it, because give me your look at this one, guys. Sorry, I love this. I'm so excited to use it. But maybe one of you know more about that. I have to research that. I hate diseases and stuff like that. And I mean, when the doctor told me I had MS, I had no idea what MS was, because I tried to stay away from diseases. And as a matter of fact, I don't think I went to the doctor until I was 51 or 52 when I got really sick. Normally, I never got sick before. And I guess I'm very thankful that I did go to the doctor when it was actually my dad that told me to make sure I went to the doctor when I came back, because I was really sick on my trip to Brazil. And it turned out I had cancer. So now when I feel anything, I go to the doctor, because I hate doctors. But, well, I don't hate doctors. I shouldn't say that, because my doctor is the best. I love her. But I don't want to go, I don't like to go to the doctor. I try to postpone as much as I can, but it is what it is. I guess we all get old. So, thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe, share, all the good stuff. And I really, really appreciate you all. Thank you. Have a great one. Bye-bye.